Welcome, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm John. Slate Spire 2 is up again. We're going to be doing the same thing that we did in the last episode, but hopefully it'll work out a little different. I didn't play that one particularly well, especially at the end there when we took the wrong, well, what I didn't know and now I do, the wrong relic from the ancient. If that's how things go, I can't remember if those things are the ancients. Anyway, it screwed up our deck, which was flowing a nice precision tune. So we're going to give it another run again. A little more quicker this time. Yeah. We want to get at least two of these merchants, and it looks like to do that, we're going to go up this way, hit this elite, then go that way, hit that elite, and then on our way. Otherwise, we can go. Well, that's it. In order to get to two merchants, this is the way we have to go. So we have these blobby things, 3 damage, 4 damage. We're not going to worry about them very much. We'll cast one 5-point block. That'll be enough. We take a little damage. It doesn't really matter. And now we're going to take a little more. We'll use 2 blocks here, just so that we only take a little bit of damage. We've taken 4 total. We'll kill this guy, and then we'll hit this other dude, because we're going to get some more status cards. And not that big of a deal. We'll do 1 block and a bash. We'll take 3 more points. That's 7. That's over what we're going to be getting, but that's fine. Hit him a couple of times with some strikes. Now he's just about dead, and then that would be that. Okay, so we really want to get something good here in these 3. Which starts Shrug It Off. Shrug It Off is a wonderful card. In fact, I wish I could have 4. Maybe we'll get 4. Okay, this dude will block once. We're going to take some damage, so we'll bash. We don't have blocks that come up there. Kind of a pain in the butt. All right. We're just going to whiz right through this dude, because this Nibbit will bash and strike him. He's down to 5. He's pretty much dead. We're going to be pretty close to max hit points now. 2 away. Pretty good. All right, we have Tremble, which is a good card to have. So that's one of the cards that I would really like to have in our deck. Let's see if we can get something good here. Bully, Bludgeon is good. Evil Eye is good. We only have 135 gold, so we can't do everything we want to do here. But it's been a long time since I've been to a merchant and I wanted 2 things. Yeah, I know. Who knew? Who knew? Oh. My camera, I'm like, all right, so I bought a new desk. And so now I set everything back up. Things are a little off. That's fine. We'll figure it all out. Ooh, look. That's the Mystic Lighter. That should have won us the game last time, and it didn't, because I screwed up the deck. Plain and simple. All right, Bludgeon, we'll take that, because we can just wipe the floor with some of these smaller dudes with Bludgeon, like this guy. We won't really have to worry about anything as soon as Bludgeon comes up. But until it does, we'll bash him and hit him, and now Bludgeon's right there, and we do 33 damage, and he's gone. Oh, breakthrough. Another Shrug It Off. We'll take it. Okay, so we got 2 Shrugs It Off. 2 Shrugs It Off. Yeah. All right, so I don't think we're going to... Oh, you know what? Let's fucking do it. We have to get some elites under our belt, so we're going to kill that elite. All right, so this guy right here is going to cause damage, cause problems for me here. So we're going to Shrug It Off to get 11, and that's fine. That's enough. So we'll Tremble this big guy, and we'll start whomping his ass. He's dealing frail damage and all kinds of other things. We'll bludgeon him for 48. We'll take a little. 5, doesn't matter. Shrug it off again. And then a couple of strikes. He's going to do 7 damage. I have 8 block. My block is diminished a little bit because of the debuff, but that's okay. Now it's fine. We'll strike him a few times, get him down to 9 hit points. It's pretty good. 2 more, and he's dead. All right, so let's see if our third one works out. No. Headbutt. Wait, we're done. Oh, okay. We're done with Solar Crucible. We ended up getting Shrug It Off, a Tremble, and another Shrug It Off. So that actually worked out really well. We don't want any of those cards, really. Choose 1 of 5 random cards. There's another Shrug It Off, but I want to see what the other one is. Because if we can get an Omni Slice, yeah. We can't. We can get a Volley, but that's not an AoE. I was really hoping that we would have a chance to get an AoE, but we don't. So we're going to have to just take that, Shrug It Off. That's funny. That's our 4th Shrug It Off. Is it? It's our 3rd Shrug It Off, and we need to upgrade it. So we can start getting rid of some of our cards. We also need to get some damage dealers. This guy's going to be a pain. Bash and strike. He does 23 damage every time. But we have bludgeon. Yeah, for sure. He's down to 62. 23 damage. Oh, there's 11. We're going to block there. That's 16. That's all we can pretty much get. We're going to tremble him. 16. Should we waste a pot? I don't think so. He does 7 damage to us. Bludgeon's there. How much is Bludgeon going to do? 48. 48. That's not enough to beat him. But we're doing it. Because why not? Now we're going to use the energy potion to get 2 energy. We're going to shrug it off. And shrug it off again. We have 19 shrug it offs of block. We're going to take 23 damage. That's fine. For this guy, that's fine. In fact, I didn't do that right. I could have just killed him. Jesus. All right, we'll do that. Now he's dead. We got the bowler's hat, which gives us 25% additional gold. Headbutt, Dominate, and Stampede. Dominate is good. The strength that you get from Dominate is not per turn, it's per combat. Okay, so we're at a place 5 points away, so we can smith. Obviously, we're going to smith our shrug it off. No, we're not. We're going to smith our bludgeon up. Because we need a bludgeon to do more bludgeoning damage. Okay, so we want to hit another one. It's over here. So we'll go to this one, which will be empty. Because of the thing we chose. We chose the Crucible, which empties the first. All right. What does this guy have? Juggling, feed. By the way, have you guys played a feed deck yet? Not really a feed deck. Just get feed like really early or maybe even from the ancient. And then kill everything with feed. And end up with like 160 hit points. Yeah, it's pretty fun. All right, dramatic entrance is wonderful. I think I might get that. But we need to start getting rid of cards too. So this is a problem. We don't want things to get out of hand. But we really like AoE cards. And this one doesn't come up very often. It is Exhaust, which I don't like, but we're buying it. But it's an 8, which means we start with it in our hand. All right, so we're going to kill another elite because we can. So we'll go here so that we can upgrade another card. Dominate applies 2 vulnerability. gain 1 strength for each vulnerability on the enemy. So if you use that, you not only add 2 vulnerability to the enemy, but you gain 2 strength. Then it's exhausted. However, we're going to do Shrug It Off because I want to like complete the Shrug It Offness. So that's done. All right, this big guy, we remember this big guy. And so it's interesting because Dramatic Entrance we are not going to use because we want to save it for when all those dudes are out there. So we'll bash and strike. Does 17 damage, bash and strike. And it also, that vulnerability stays over another turn. So he's going to do 16 damage to me, so we'll shrug it off and defend. And now that's 16. Now we can go ahead and start hitting him. We only have 1 energy, so that's all we got. We really need to pick up Anger. Bludgeon is here, and he's, I don't know what he's doing. And we're going to do that for sure. And let's let Dramatic Entrance appear, and it does, God bless it. There we go. 11 damage to all of them, and to all a good night. All right, we're going to take 6 damage. Can we tremble and kill? Yeah, we'll tremble and kill. Oh no, that's the wrong guy. Yeah, they fucked up. All right, well, it is what it is. We're going to take 7 damage. So we'll use our block, which is stupid, but we'll use our block. And if we had Anger, it would just obviously this would not be a thing. Kill that guy, kill that guy. The 2 dudes attacking us, and then we can wait another round. And we have 2 man, Shrug It Off better give me a it gives me a bash. That's something. We're going to take a little damage here. I'm not quite sure how much. 3. That's not that big of a deal. And we'll bludgeon him for 1. Or 63. Okay, we got a strike dummy, which actually is really, really good if we get that ancient thing. And then the what's it called? Then the relic. Oh my god. All right, Rampage. We'll take that. Rampage is great. I'm a big Rampage fan. All right, we'll use it right here. We're in Tremble first. Oh, we can't. He's got a fucking artifact. Stupid. All right, so we'll just go through the motions here with this guy. This guy's not going to be very difficult. We can shrug it off and then bash him. And now the bash actually stays the vulnerability because there's no more artifacts on him. We'll dominate him. I mean, why not? Shrug it off to get enough block to block everything he's going to do. And he's pretty much toast now, man. No strike for the win. Okay. Hang on. Fight meh. Havoc. Unrelenting. No, Unrelenting's pretty good, but it costs 2. Don't like it. Don't like things that cost 2. This is going to do 12 damage to me. I'm going to use this Dex potion. And I'm going to use this other one. All right, so we're going to tremble. We're going to defend. And we're going to rampage. And then we're Dramatic Entrance. He's done a 30, and we're going to take 5 damage, but that's okay, because we can get that back. He's going to do 8 damage to me, but 63 is better than how many hit points he had. So we bludgeon him to death. Another Shrug It Off. We'll take it. And that's all for the Shrugs It Off. Oh no, I did not rest. We're redoing that. By the way, you can redo that if you do make a stupid move like I just did. Smith. What boss is this? The Kin? I don't have the cards that I'm going to need to actually do much. So we're going to, excuse me. Sorry about that. So we're going to have to count on like big boppers and vulnerability, unfortunately. And we're gonna want to like go right at the boss, I think, in this one rather than, skirt the outskirts. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, we'll do that. We have to do a shrug it off. Dramatic entrance. And that's it. I'd like to rampage, but we're out of pots. And energy. There's Bludgeon. We do like Bludgeon a lot. And so we'll do Bludgeon up. We'll take whatever damage that is, because it doesn't really matter. We have to do 103 damage to this guy, and then we win. Tremble him, dominate him, defend. He's set up now. We have 6 strength, which is insane amounts of strength. Rampage does 22 damage. We'll do 1 shrug it off, and then strike. Strike does 22 damage. We have so much strength and these vulnerabilities, so he's pretty much dead. 72 damage for a bludgeon. And demon form, why does it have to cost 3? We're going to take it, but I don't like it. Okay. If your turn ends with unspent energy, gain 2 next turn. You may sacrifice a card reward. That's the one we're doing because these other ones don't work. We always spend all of our energy so far. We haven't been graced with the ability to do what we want yet because our card rewards don't have anger and don't have body slam. We really could use one of those two. I should have went this way, so we would have went to that, but I didn't. So that's my latest fuck up. Oh, look at that. There's 2. Boom, boom. But then there's this guy, which is going to be one of those big fuckers. The big worm guy. That sucks. But that's what we did. So let's fight him. Tremble. Rampage. Dominate. Dramatic entrance. We have 6 strength again, and he has 5. That's nice. I wish I was trying to get a strike out of that, and we didn't. So he's going under. We got sort of hosed on our draw there. 23 damage. This is 15. Oh, we'll get it. 15, 30, 45, and he's dead. Set up strike. Sack it. We'll go to this question mark. Nice. Nice. An anger. An anger. We're going to buy an anger. And we're going to use the card removal service to get rid of 1 card. So now we want to get rid of all of these defense because we have shrug it offs to go in their stead. All right, we have 140 gold. Let's hold on to that because you never know when another one of these things is going to pop up. All right, which way to go? If we go left, we're going to get to this guy. If we go right, we're going to get to 2 of these before we get to a guy. That's going to be good. That's our bingo. Dramatic entrance here for sure. They only take 9 at a time, so we have a shrug it off that blocks all of their that blocks all of their damage, which is good. We're gonna bash only because bash does 8 damage, and no, strike does 9. Strike does 9. My bad. Let's do it on that guy. So all these guys are 1 strike away from. Well, no, only the guy on the end 1 strike away. Okay, so we want to anger this guy. Now he's got 9. We can kill him, and then kill that guy, and then rampage this guy. We only can do 9 damage a time, so it doesn't matter if we bludgeon. It'll only do 9, not 60 or 42. Oh my god! Are you shitting me? Well, now we have to drink this because we're gonna take 10 damage, and now we're gonna wait. Let's cast demon form. We're gonna wait. He's just gonna do anything. We're healing up now. 15. Shrug it off, and turn. We'll get some more. Now we're back at where we were before it screwed up. So we're going to be able to heal full at the end of this battle. So we're going to just strike him. Here I am. Oh, another anger. I guess I didn't have to buy that one, right? Zach, what do we get? We got ornamental fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Well, we will certainly be doing that. Okay, these dudes give us those negative status cards that are not good. So we'll dominate that guy. And with dramatic entrance, he's almost dead already. Oh, we could have used the strike. I forgot dramatic entrance was free. All right, so sorry about that. I have a frog in my throat. I'm going to grab some water just a minute. All right, so this is interesting. We can shrug it off 3 times, use the anger, and not have to worry about any toxics. But we're not going to do that because that's kind of dumb. So he's going to do 13 damage. Actually, we might. Each of these is 10. And if I cast 3 of these, I get 33. So that's 23. That's better than 13. We really only need 2. One of these will do the both those toxics. So we save cards there. And then one more will give us 22. We'll take 1 damage with this dude, which is fine. So we can anger him, and then we can strike him. Oh, and then he's dead. On top of that. So that's even better. I didn't even do the math there. Okay, we got more toxic, but we don't have to worry because we have Bludgeon. And he'll die. Nice. 11 gold, and we'll add a card. No, another anger popped up. Sack that. And another closet freaking merchant. Another shrug it off. No, I don't think so. But he's got ultimate strike. We really need to get rid of cards. So we're going to get rid of a defend card. I know I don't want to, but we have to. So what do we have for defense cards? And the reason why I'm not getting rid of strike is because I believe there's a good chance that we're going to get the, if we get the right ancient, we're going to get the thing that makes all strikes cost 0 and do 3 more damage. I'm not sure if we're going to. We did last time. That doesn't mean we're going to this time. Well, okay, so let's go back up here, sort by alphabet. We have 4 shrugs it off. That's plenty. Do we have any other defense cards? No. We won't want to get 5 shrugs it off. And the reason why I'm not doing that is because if we have a chance to get an evil eye, that'll work. Or a taunt. That would be even better. So we're going to get rid of these 2 defense. Hopefully, this playthrough. I was hoping to have enough to get that ultimate strike. The ultimate strike, when you upgrade it, does 20 damage. It's huge. It's huge. Okay. We will smith. We're going to smith anger. So we can start popping out the angers. All right, this dude sucks, man. You got to kill him quick, because if we don't kill him, his little fucking minion will kill me. Okay, we have 3 energy, so we're going to bludgeon him. And then we're going to dramatic entrance him. Now he's got a little more than half his hit points. And he summons this to 21 hit points. He'll do 16 damage to me every turn. Yeah, I know. He's an asshole. All right, Tremble. So we can shrug it off. We can shrug it off again. I say that we shrug it off again. Now we don't have to worry about the damage. 16 and 16 is 22. We have 22. So now we can anger him. That does 12, which is good. So that's nice. That's nice. Okay, now he's going to do 16 damage to me. So really, if we defend and shrug it off, we're fine. And then we can attack him. So 7 more damage. Take 3 from him. No big deal. Now we might want to kill him. But we have 3 shrugs it off. All right, this is interesting. I love getting the shrugs it off. I love getting all of them. It's so great. So he still has 2 vulnerability on him. So can I get in? No, I can't. I can't get in a rampage into this. If I rampage that guy, I still can't kill him because the only offensive card I have is rampage. So we'll shrug it off. Now we have bludgeon. Now I wish we had that thing up here to give us more energy. Oh yeah, we would win right now. Bludgeon would be able to kill that boss. So we have to shrug it off again. That is 22. We'll take 12 damage. No. 10 damage. We take 10. Let's go ahead and defend. I don't want to take 10 damage. We'll shrug it off as 8, so we won't take any. I want to start getting these zero cost cards in here. Oh boy, we're gonna pay for it now. All right, we'll kill this guy and we're gonna take 9 damage. What does this do? Oh, we gain 4 block. And we only take 5 damage. Kick ass. I forgot about that. All right, he's gonna do 19 to me. And what can we do about that? I don't think we can kill the guy yet, even with dominating him. So we'll shrug it off. We're going to dominate that guy. And we'll strike, anger. We might have been able to kill him with that bash. Take 4 more damage, not that big of a deal. Rampage him, and that's that. Duplicator's nice. These, come on, man. RNG's kind of getting me on this. So we got the Dex one now. Every turn, or every combat, we start with 1 Dex. That's great. In fact, it is really good. So it's a vulnerability one, not for me, but for the enemy. This little guy is going to deal, we're going to get 15 more gold. Okay. 72 of 80. We're still way close to our limit, so we're going to smith again. Shrug it off. And our merchant. Substrike, tremble. Okay, so we're not doing anything here. We're not. We're just not doing anything here. Because we don't really have that much money. And I want to see what the other one has. So if this is an attack, it's not. Remove 2 cards from your deck, add normality. This is not good. Why would you want that curse? Unplayable, you cannot play more than 3 cards when it pops up. It's so bad. So bad. Enchant the card with perfect fit. This is really good. What does that mean? That means every time your deck is shuffled, instead of the card going into the pile somewhere, it's on top. So you're sure every time that your deck gets shuffled, you're assured to get this card, whatever card I choose. Which one is the one we really want. Really what we want to do, there's a event in here that allows you to add slither to a card. So what that does is it randomizes between 0 and 3, how much a card costs to cast per time you get it in your hand. So if you slap that on Bludgeon, that fucking thing comes up costing 0 all the time. So we're going to put perfect. Oh, wait. If I put perfect fit on that, I can't put slither on it because slither is an enchantment. That won't work. All right. So what would we do? We're certainly not. Let's wait. I can't say that. I can't say that because look, here's a merchant. What are the odds that we're going to get a card that we want? All right, I'm gonna roll the dice here. I'm rolling a dice. I'm rolling a dice. I'm rolling it. There we go. We're adding this. We're adding this. We're getting rid of both these defends. We're adding normality because we're going to get rid of it right here. However, if something good is here, we're screwed. Okay. Evil Eye is here. Evil Eye, and I really like Evil Eye, but that's okay. That's okay. I was just like, if what the card we're looking for is like Body Slam, something Taunt. Those are the things we're really looking for. So now I can use this to get rid of normality, and essentially what that does is it's like a free card removal, one free card removal, because I would have removed one of the two cards here, right? But I got two removed, and then I only had to remove the curse, which essentially is just one of them. So it's like one free card removal, basically. The problem is that if you have to do that and it's going to take you a while to get to a merchant to get rid of it, and you have to carry that thing with you, oh, not good. Not good. Okay, so we don't have enough money to do anything here, which is fine. We were able to get rid of all of those cards. Now we only have 17 cards. That's nice. Hopefully this isn't the big guy, and it's not, but he's just as bad. So right now, I regret not putting that on Bludgeoned. Because if we have a chance to get Bludgeoned, what that does is we can use a duplicator to cast a Bludgeon 2 times. Now, really what we want to do is slap some vulnerability on this dude before we get Bludgeon. That would be ideal. So he's going to do 21 damage to us, which is kind of a lot. So we're going to do 2 shrugs off. We're going to do a tremble. And we're going to do a dramatic entrance. That's what we're going to do for our first go around. We got 4 vulnerability on him. The odds that we're going to be able to get Bludgeon are high. In fact, it's right there. I wish it wasn't right there, because now we're going to take 18 damage if I were to use it. If I weren't to use it, we only take 6 damage. We can dominate the guy and hope it comes up again, which is what we're going to do. Shrug it off. Dominate him. Just gained 5 strength. Jesus. That's so much. 21 damage every time I do a strike. Oh, that's so good. Okay. He's going to do 6. That's a big deal. Demon form, that would be great if we could do that, but really we need to hit him. Strike, attack, shrug it off, strike again. He's down to 47. All we need to do is pull that Bludgeon. It is not there, but I think this might be enough to win. It is not enough to win, and we take a shit ton of damage now because I didn't think to add. If I thought to add, then we would be fine. Oh my god, we got all shrugs it off. And there's our Bludgeon that we can't use. Strike will win, but now we're down to 40 health. Because I was stupid, there's another shrug it off that we don't want. Sack that. And we have to rest here. That gets us 68. We're 12 away from being really good, but we're pretty good for the crab boss. We have a good amount of stuff here. I'm pretty confident that we're going to be okay, even though that was a colossal disaster, a colossal misuse of cards by me. Oh, I would have redid that in a second. By the way, you can't save scum once the combat is over. If you know you clicked a card and fucked up, you can save and close and continue, and you're back right in the beginning of that combat again. Because sometimes you slip, right? I didn't slip there. I was just stupid. There's a difference. Okay, shrug it off. I wish I had more. What does this give me? It gives me 1. And shrug it off will do 12. We really want demon form. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing demon form. Dramatic entrance. Bash. Okay. Now we take 21 9 damage. Not that bad. Not that bad. And we have demon form on. Oh. So every turn we gain 2 strength. That is just what the doctor ordered. Shrug it off because this dude's going to hit me for 18. And that's enough. The guy behind me is going to hit me for 6, but I don't really care that much about that. Should we tremble this dude? Well, we're going to... No, I'd like to tremble the guy on the left. Should we... We'll tremble him. We need to kill him because he does the rocket thing. You'll see the rocket thing. Do some damage. No, he's going to do a little bit of damage to us. Not that much. Nothing to really worry about yet. There's our bludgeon. He's going up for rocket time. He's going to do 27 damage. Do I have a 0 cost? I do. Anger. So here's what we do. We use duplicator. We cast a bludgeon on him to do 140 damage. He's down to 26. Can we kill him? No. And then we use anger on this guy to turn around so we take less damage. Because if he's behind me to attacking me, he does 30% more damage, 50% more damage. Surrounded. See that right there? So you have to turn, cast something on the other guy. All right, we need to get rid of this dude. Rampage is 15, 22. Yeah, so we'll do 22. We'll do 22 and strike to get rid of him. And he's got 99 block right now, so that doesn't do anything for us. We can't really do much. So, yeah, whatever. So it's 186, and we are at 8 strength right now. We need to be able to block 20 damage. Now we kind of want to be careful now. I want to dominate him, really. So we're going to take 2 damage here. We have 10 strength now, and he has 2 vulnerability. We take 2, which is fine. Now he's going to do 20 damage to me, and we can shrug it off. We'll take 8 damage, which isn't a big deal, but we can rampage him for 46. And I would have bludgeoned him, but we ran out because we had a block. All right, so now things are coming into focus. 12 damage. So we can't block here. If you notice, we can't block. So we are going to bludgeon him, and then we're going to anger him twice. He's down to 27. He's going to do 12 damage to me. We're still alive. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Now we have a super rampage. It does 40 damage. Done. So you see, this character is pretty much all based on like strength, vulnerability, and damage as fast as you can deal it out. That's why getting that kick-ass thing with the ancient would be really, really good. And hopefully it'll come up. I'll show it to you when it does. If it doesn't, I'll explain it. All right, Barricade is really good, but we're not dealing with Barricade this game. So if the cards are right, you can do a which I've done, like a and in the last episode we sort of did that a little bit. A body slam deck. So you have like 3 body slams in there, a whole bunch of block cards, and Barricade and Impervious, which is another thing that gives you like 40 block. And you can do insane amounts of damage with body slam. We didn't get the cards for that, so we have to deal with what we have. Okay, so we're not taking any of these. Cruelty actually would be really good, I think. In this deck, the problem is that for the most of the fights that we have are quick. But I think we'll take Cruelty. And will that make our deck too fat? Let's take a look at our deck in alphabetical order. So our deck is fatter than fuck. But if we get that thing from this guy, the relic that changes all of our strikes so they don't cost anything and they do 3 more damage, then we're fine. If we don't get that, if it's not offered, or we get a different ancient, we need to start getting rid of those strikes, even though we have the strike dummy. Because there's too many cards. We can't predict what we're going to get. We have 4 Shrugs It Off, which are best perfect. In fact, I might want 1 more block. Not a Shrug It Off, but like I said before, an Evil Eye or Taunt. So I'm open for any of that. I think maybe we'll even get rid of Bash. It costs too much. We'll get rid of Bash and get another Tremble. But really, you replace Bash with Taunt. Oh. You gain 8 block and you do 2 vulnerable. And it doesn't exhaust. It stays in your hand. Oh yeah, in your deck. All right, so Cruelty. We do more damage against people who are vulnerable. That goes right along with everything that we're doing. We're taking it. We're taking it. And the answer is no. We did not get the one we wanted. So here's the deal. We're fighting Aeonglass, and we're probably going to die anyway, because it doesn't matter what I have. This guy is insane. I believe I've killed him, but I believe he's a little overtuned, meaning the Ironclad, as far as I know, does not have the ability to get rid of artifacts. As far as I know. What does that mean? That means those little like round like yellow things underneath the monster, what it does is it stops any kind of a debuff. And it could have like 3, 2, or 1 of those. The problem is that he's got 3. That means I have to cast 3 debuffs before I can even cast a debuff that sticks. The debuffs just go away and then one artifact goes away. So if he's got 3 artifacts, that means I have to cast 4 taunts in order to get 1 taunt to work. I don't have 4 taunts. So having a card like Expose, and I can't remember who has that card, that gets rid of all artifacts and block. Yeah, it's good. Where is it? We don't have it. Okay. So let's look at our map. Here's a dude. Here's a dude. Here's a dude. So if we went the right route, we can have 2 chances to get a merchant, besides the question marks. So we're going to do that. So, at the start of each combat, fill an empty potion slot with random potions. Okay, so that means if you had 3 potion slots empty like me, I get 3 new potions. Okay, so if this boss or if this ancient had really crappy uh, things to choose from, I would choose that. I have chosen that. It's nice, especially if you get the relic that allows you to expand how many you have. I had 5 before, maybe 6, and um, I was able to use like 6 pots every fucking combat, because if I were to go into another combat, I'd get 6 new pots. So you don't have to save anything, you just use them, just like wing them around. So we're not going to do that. Choose 3 cards in your deck, enchant them with Swift 3, which means you draw cards. If the boss was going to be the queen, I would do that, because the boss, as you guys remember, the queen boss, binds you, which means that 3 cards, you can only use one of those 3 cards. So if you had Swift 3 on some of your cards, you get 3 cards every time you use it. Or no, the first time you use it. But still, it's huge. So we're going to do the 999 gold. I don't want to because my luck at merchants is bad, but we'll see. Okay, problem. These guys are a problem. So they take away my max hit points. If one hits us, they take it away. So this guy's going to do 24 damage to me. I can only block 12. And I still can only block 12. So we must kill one guy. Actually, we must kill... Yeah, we must kill the 14 guy. How can we do that? Well, let's do 11 first. And then Anger does 8. And then Strike. Here we go. Okay. So he's going to do 10 damage and we can stop it all. So that's good. We won't lose any max hit points there. Okay. So now 14 and 14, that's not good. Especially because I have no block. Okay, this is bad. This is probably as bad as it's going to get. We're going to have to tremble. Okay, so here's the problem. 14 damage. She does 14 damage. Say I block 10 of it, or I block none of it. I take 14 damage, and I'll lose 2 max hit points. This guy who does 7 damage 2 times, I lose 2 max hit points twice because he attacks 2 times. So we want to kill him. So if I do Dominate on him, if I do Tremble, see, I only have Rampage as my damage doer. I'd have to hope. I'd have to Tremble, Dominate, and Rampage and hope he dies. This is not good. He won't. In fact, if I did it, he wouldn't die. So we're going to lose max hit points, man. Lose 6 max hit points. That's really bad. It's really bad. I probably could have did that a little differently, but I don't know if the outcome would have been any different. Really. Sucks. All right, well, there goes 6 max hit points. Oh, we got 10. I think the game pays attention to what happens. So we lost 6 max hit points to those guys. However, I sacrificed that. See, I have this right here. This is what I got from the second ancient. I can sacrifice a card reward, and every 2 times I do it, I get a relic. And I did, and I got raises 10. So now we actually have more max hit points. Okay. Okay. Fight this guy. Got to get to that fucking... We have 1,500 gold. That's ludicrous gold. Demon form. Cruelty. Oh, why does this cost 0? Wait. What just happened? Why does that cost 0? Why does that cost? Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand is free to play this turn. Okay. And I did it again. Oh, that's so good. Dramatic effect. That's so good. Because he's not attacking me. All right. That's good. Shrug it off. We got to block some damage. Tremble. Anger. And strike. Boy, strikes hit for a lot. 19 damage. 21 damage. Well, we can't kill him, so we'll shrug it off. And Rampage does 22. And, oh, we should have dominated first. Should have dominated first. We take 9 damage. That's fine. That's fine. Bludgeon, does that kill him? Oh, yeah, 92 damage. It sure does. Headbutt, perfect strike. No, we don't want those. All right, let's see what he's got. Another bludgeon. Stampede, hidden gem, which is really good. What hidden gem does saved me in some runs, and I didn't even know what hidden gem did. I always just discounted it as something silly. But it turns one of your cards so it has replay 2, and it's random, but the hidden gem doesn't go away. It goes back into your deck, so you can keep playing it. Replay 2 means you can use the card, and it hits 3 times. Oh, yeah. What happens when that lands on Bludgeon? Shit. Okay. 18 cards in my deck. Is there anything that we can get rid of? Oh, yeah, we can get rid of these strikes now. But we need to be able to do damage. So we can get rid of we have tons of gold. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of a strike. We're going to get hidden gem. We're going to look at these. Each combat, the first time you play a card that debuffs an enemy, double its effect. That sounds great. Deal 3 damage to all enemies at the start of combat, or start each combat with 2 elite combat with 2 strength. We're not really jonesing on that one, but we'll take the other bludgeon. And we'll take we have 1,200 gold. Jesus. Take that one. We'll take that card and that card and that card. Or pot. And that's good. That's enough for now because we have another one we can go to with 800 gold. Could save us. All right, demon form is electric. Meaning if I cast it, I lose 6 health. So I'm not going to cast it. What can we do here? We can do a shrug it off. That gets rid of the all but 1 damage, which is fine. We're gonna do hidden gem. It does. Oh my god! It does it on bludgeon. That means bludgeon will hit 3 times when I cast it. Insane, insane. We're gonna shrug it off again, so we take 0 damage from this guy. Okay, and then we'll dramatic entrance. Because if I can cast bludgeon 3 times, we just win. There it is. Wait, this is the other bludgeon. Okay, it's the other bludgeon. So 18 damage. We block 9, so we're going to take 9 damage. We have 2. It's rampage and strike. Yeah, that's not that great. We'll shrug it off again. There's the bludgeon we wanted. Can't cast it now. Dominate. Oh, we should tremble dominate. Yeah, let's tremble, dominate, and anger. And we are, looks like we're going to take 6 more damage, 7 more damage. All right, we're going to want to rest. This is the bad bludgeon. Not really. 15 damage, shrug it off. Shrug it off again. And we'll hit him. 28. Just keep going like this. This is fine. We can't. 24, anger, that does it. We took a lot of damage from that guy, actually. Headbutt, uppercut, iron wave was second. This is the second. What do we get? Enemies with vulnerable take 75% more damage rather than 50. Oh, so good. This is setting us up for success if I don't fuck it up. Okay, pay 96 gold, divine 3 times. Okay, here's the saves coming, extraordinaire coming in. Because the rewards could be great. Okay, so there's this board, and you see my cube. When I click anywhere on the cube, it does that. It reveals what's behind the blue thing. So that's a card. I can do it 2 more times. Once there, let's do it once here. There's a gold one there. And then you get to choose what you want here. But the important thing to note, oh, look at that, a taunt plus. The important thing to note is there's 3 card rewards here. And I can sack them. Or I can just sack 2, knowing that that taunt's there, and take that one. So I'll go through it one more time with you because I saw the gold one. The gold one's like here, right? No, the gold one's like here. Where's the gold one? Is it here? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. So this is what we do. We know where the gold one is. We know where the other one is. So we're going to do that. So we go here to get this, and then here to get the gold one, and then here to get the other one. And now we can get 3. So we can get this taunt. Let's skip it for now. Okay. See what the other ones are. The gold one is impervious. So if you have your body slam, there's 30 damage and 30 block. And then this perfect strike, pommel strike, headbutt, we don't want that either. So really this is actually good. We're probably just going to take this because we got taunt. Taunt plus. And I really wanted taunt plus. Taunt plus. We'll sack this because we don't want any of this. We don't have body slam, so sack that. And then this one, we don't want any of these, so we'll sack that one too. And we'll get blood vial at the start of each combat, heal 2 hit points. Not that great, but whatever. And 30 gold. Fine. And we'll go here and we'll rest. And we'll go here and we actually get to keep this. Whenever we use a pot, we get 3 strength. Cool. We'll go here, and now we get to actually upgrade a card. Look at this, it says replay 3 now instead of 2. Insane. Oh, that makes Bludgeon hit for 3. My bad. Okay, so vulnerable enemies take 50% more damage. Start of turn. Okay, so there's like all kinds of shit that I want to do that I'm not going to be able to. So we'll do Bludgeon. And we really need to get rid of another card. And there's a final boss, so we might not get to. Because I'm not sure we want to go and go to that other merchant. This guy is a pain in the ass. Big time pain in the ass. We have no block cards. None. Power Potion. What does that do? Cruelty. Oh, man. That doesn't help us. That doesn't help us at all. So, we're going to be taking some serious damage from this dude. Well, 13. It's not really serious, but knowing that we're going to take damage from him, though, means we're just going to bludgeon. Because why not? So we're going to take this strength pot right there. We're going to take this strength pot because our bludgeon is going to fucking hit. 55. Does 40 because he has this stupid fucking plating. And we'll do that for 24. We lose all that shit. Now we take 13 damage. Now we start with the shrugs it off. And now we got another bludgeon. Taunt, which is wonderful. And it's a taunt plus, which adds 2 vulnerability onto him. And now we have we'll take damage again. Do damage to him with a strike and anger. Guy's kind of hard, man. All right, so now is the time where we want to do stuff because he is buffing himself. So what was this? At the start of each turn, gain 1. Okay, so that's probably what we're going to do. Because it doesn't cost us anything. We probably should have did that from the beginning, but we didn't. Oh, hey, we cast a power, so one of my cards is free. Well, now you have 7. Right there, 7 vulnerability. Hidden gem, because we can. It's on Rampage, which is great. And then cruelty. And then we'll shrug it off, even though it doesn't matter. We'll shrug it off again. And we can't do anything. He's not doing any damage to me. I just shrugged it off to try to get a 0 cost card, which we do have one. Although, yeah, it just did get mixed in. Okay, so now we have 4 energy. He's going to do 18 damage to me. So we'll shrug it off. We'll taunt, which gives us an extra 9 block. So now we're up to 21, which is fantastic. Now we'll rampage his ass for 22. Oh, that hits 3 times. That's so good. And this should be it. Oh, he's got 1 left and I can't cast that. Okay, well, he's dead next turn. So this worked out. 13 gold, 15 gold, power potion, another shrug it off, and another tremble. And we're at 20 cards, so we're going to sack these. However, I only have 4 shrugs it off. We might want to do 1 more. Where are we at? It says we've been playing this run for 4 hours. Seriously. All right. So here's the deal. We're going to have to fight one of these guys, and they very well could kill us. Very well could kill us. So we are going to take a shrug it off and hope we have a chance, an opportunity to upgrade that. I doubt it. Do we want to take this route around? Hell no. We have 891 gold. We want to get to a merchant. So really what we want to hope is that the elite is that triangle or rectangle, like diamond shaped one that's purple. Hopefully we'll see it. Another shrug it off. Bully, which actually would be good, deals 2 additional damage for every vulnerability on the enemy. Ultimate defend. Holy shit. I knew that was there. Lantern. So good. Your first turn you have an extra. So good. Pen nib, every 10th attack is double damage. Burning sticks. The first time each combat you exhaust a skill, add a copy of it to your hand. Let's take a look. We have 1 more question mark here. So this very well could be another merchant. I doubt it. But what can we get rid of? A strike? Gone. Okay. 567, we want Orbic Acid because that gives us an attack, a skill, and a power all for free. Yeah, that's insanely good. We want Ultimate Defend. Damn it. I'm not taking it because I got 5 shrugs it off now. I'm not taking Ultimate Defend. I'm not taking Mayhem either because that's a fun card, but that's all it is a fun card. Feel no pain whenever a card is exhausted, you gain 3 block. I don't really exhaust any cards. Just tremor or tremble. Fire Fiend, exhaust your hand. No, not doing that. Bully, no, we're not doing that. If anything, we do bully, but we're not doing bully. So we'll take a power potion or a colorless. We'll take a power. We'll take the pen nib. What does this do? We don't exhaust anything. So, all right, I guess we still have 213 gold. So if by chance there happens to be a merchant there, we'll be able to buy something. If we don't die here, we're not going to die here. It might be close, but we won't die here. All right, these guys, this guy right here, Spectral Knight, will turn all of my cards ethereal, which means if I don't use them, they leave my deck. This guy is going to take away all the upgrades on all the cards. This guy just hits. So really, at this point, we're kind of fucked. But we have pots. And we're going to look at the power potions. Okay, this gives us an extra one every turn, so we're probably going to do that. Aggression, at the start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. I don't care about that, but I care about that. And the other power potion, we need to break out all the stops here at this guy. Unmovable. The first time that you cast any block, you gain double. Or juggling at a copy of the third attack. Now, this third attack, on your fourth and eighth attack, you do double damage on the 19th time that it happens. I mean, come on. But we'll do unmovable. Okay, so hopefully that'll be good. Now we played a power, so we got a free card, hidden gem. Oh, landed on bludgeon. That may save our ass. And strike, because we cast 2 powers. Okay, so we want to do some stuff. We have 4, so we could bash, actually. Bash this guy. Dominate him. Now we have 12. 12 strength. 21. 36 damage. What does Dramatic Entrance do? 23 to all? What does it do to that guy? I don't know. Oh my god, he's almost dead in the first time. That's so great. All right, we take some damage. Sometimes when things work out, it's just funny. You see how things are like has weird things around my card? So all these cards are going to go away. But we have this bludgeon. This isn't the bludgeon that got, of course, right? It's not the bludgeon that got replay 3. So we're going to let that go. We're going to shrug it off to try to get, oh, we got another shrug it off. We need a Rampage. Okay, that's good. That'll kill him. So now my cards will go away. And cruelty, I guess, because why not? Oh, we got bludgeon because cruelty. Where's cruelty? Let's look at it. It's a power. Where is it? There it is. It's a power. And whenever I cast a power, I never thought that relic would amount to anything in my decks. I'm like, I don't have any powers. Why would I want that? Who knew? That's so good. Now bludgeon is free. Bludgeon you. Now you're gonna fucking die, dude. And I hope you do, because you're gonna take all my bonuses away from my cards. You're gonna take all the upgrades away. You did. Too bad you're gonna die now, bitch. 12 damage. It's not enough. This has replay too. We're gonna taunt him so that we can anger him to kill him. And then we have 3, so we're going to be able to do 48 twice. Yes. Yes. That was a good one. Good night. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. That's so good. Evil Eye. Rampage Plus. We have to sack it. We have to sack it. We can't fit any more fucking cards in there. We don't need any more block cards either. Sack. Okay, here's the deal. We're going in to fight the boss. We have potentially a fight here. All right, let's just go and play it out. This nib is at 8. So if we do things right, we could be attacking the boss and be able to get double damage on a hit. If nothing is here, yes. Create a custom card for your deck. Make an attack. Deal 12 damage 3 times. 12, 24, 36 damage for 1. Deal 12 damage, apply 2 weak, 2 vulnerable. We are doing that. And I will tell you why. Because of what I said before. He has 3 artifacts on him. So we need to cast cards that do things so that we can get through that in order to be able to do something. So this does 2 weak, 2 vulnerable, which means if I cast it, it will take away 2 artifacts because it does the weak and then it does the vulnerable. Okay, so 60 of 84, we have to rest, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because I believe that if you upgrade that card, it's an 8 then. And so then we start out the game with, the combat with it. Okay, here's Aeonglass. We fought Aeonglass with one of the characters. Was it the defect? He had kicked our ass. It wasn't even fun. We got Mad Scientist. Okay, so Mad Scientist first, because what's going to happen is, see his 3 artifacts? That'll get rid of 2 of them. Now he's only got 1. Okay, shrug it off. And shrug it off. Because he's going to do 26 damage to me. We're going to rampage. And we're in dramatic entrance. And that's it for this turn. And we were able to do that because we had the lantern right here. Here. Okay. So now we want to use our orbic acid because we really need to kill this guy fast. I'll tell you why. There's this thing here, which is called Withering Presence. Every 6 cards that I use, he gives us a status card where at the end of the turn, if it's in my hand, I take 3 damage. That isn't so bad. Because after like the 5th turn, that turns to 6, and then 9, and then 12. And then you have 4 of them in your hand, and you just die. That's why I'm saying this boss is a little overtuned. It seems that way anyway. A random card with replay 2. Okay, I want to do that. I really do. I have 2 bludgeons in my hand. Shrug it off, though. We really need to start blocking some of this damage. So first we're going to do our orbic acid and find out what we get. Because it's for free. Well, we'll headbutt you. Headbutt lets you bring a card from your discard pile and puts it on top. So we're assured to get that card first next time. We got our first Wither card. Can't get rid of it unless you have something that gets rid of status cards. Now, if you know this boss is coming up, you can gear yourself that way. Shrug it off. It's free. Use it. Mad Scientist, there it is. Now the vulnerability sticks. That's huge. Okay. Crimson Mantle, at the start of your turn, you lose 1 hit point and gain 8 block. We're doing it. We're doing it. And now we get a free shrug it off because it's a power. We're going to tremble again. We're going to cast Cruelty. Debating, not going to do it because we're going to do Hidden Gem and hope it's something good. It is a strike. The last 2 times we used it, it was bludgeoned. Now it's strike. Hello? You're not going to put it on taunt or dominate or even shrug it off or anger? dumb. Okay, so we take 6 damage here and 22 damage here. We'll take a little bit of damage. 5. Yeah. 6. Because we take 1 extra damage because we get 8 block. Because we cast this card, Crimson Mantle. Okay, so taunt. We're up to 7. Dominate. Now we have 9. This could be good. This could be good. Now, he's got 9 vulnerability. We have 9 strength. Oh, that's 90 damage. All right. Putting it on strike was a good idea. Yeah, okay. Did you see him upgrade that shit? Did you see him upgrade that shit? He upgraded that shit. Where's our deck? Not here. Here. No, they don't show those status cards? Where do they go? Anyway, the status cards that he has now do 6 damage already. I think it's probably based on how much damage we do to the boss. Sort of like phases, I guess. Shrug it off because he's going to do 29 damage to me. Now, here it is, Wither 1. Take 6 damage. That wasn't okay? So it counts down from 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it gives me a Wither. Rampage is going to do 23 damage to him, plus a shit ton more. Taunt, though, is great. He's doing 29 damage. We have 33 block. We're good. We're going to Rampage his ass. 40 damage. We're going to Anger his ass. 29 more. 3 more hits before we get another one of them fucking things. Another Wither card. That does 6 damage to us. We take 2 and then 1 for the 8 block that we get. And then Demon Form shows up. We can't really use it. We can't Demon Form. If we Demon Form, we'll take 28 damage. That's a lot. We have to shrug it off. And then we have the Cruelty. And oh, hey, we get the Hidden Gem for free. Which does... What did that go on to? That went on to this Shrug It Off. That's funny. Okay. 28 damage. Oh, we're going to take a shit ton of damage on this part. We should have probably just Demon Formed. We only do 3 damage to him because he keeps casting the shield. That's 30. I mean, this guy is so hard. 74. Now we have 53. That sucks. Oh, he's upgrading himself. Kick ass. Kick ass. Now we can bludgeon. We're only going to be able to bludgeon once. 102 damage. Huh. 204? Holy shitballs. Holy shitballs, we might win. I wish I had duplicator spell. Well, we're doing that. Shit. Holy shit. We might actually win. 21 damage. No, really, how much does it do for real? 42 damage. Bash does 34 damage. That's not enough to win. Shrug it off. Headbutt. Where'd that come from? Oh yeah, we got that free with that fucking thing. Mad Scientist. He's weak with that, by the way. Mad Scientist. Now we'll headbutt. And we'll put our game winner right on top of the pile. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now these do 9 damage. So here's 18 damage. You can see if you don't have, if your deck isn't doing like 60 damage a turn, how are you going to win? Wither 2, 18 damage, and I don't even, that's all my block. So we take 24 damage. I mean, we're gonna win, but what? Oh, we got both bludgeons. Okay, so it only is going to take 1. and that's it. We killed Aeonglass, and we did it without. We did it without demon form. That's really interesting because that's a waste of a card in a deck then. If we have the ability to get a dominate, maybe 2 dominates, we don't need demon form anymore. And these only cost 1. Granted, they get exhausted, but if you have 2 trembles and 2 dominates in your deck, and a taunt, maybe 2 taunts, that's totally gettable. That's gettable, whatever. You know what I mean? Hey, we won. Now we're against the architect and he beats us because this is still beta, which is fine. It's fine. Threaten, enemy kill. And we do some amount of damage to them. Let's see what our badges are, guys. We spent a lot of gold. We get the gold badge, I'm sure. 4 badges. There's our money. One with 200 or more gold. Oh, okay, that's different. Cha-ching. We spent more than 1,000 gold. One with a deck of 5 or more of the same card. Excludes starters. Oh, okay, honed. So we had 5 shrug it off, I think. And then Elite Hunter killed 3 or more elites. Nice. Those are good. We unlocked some epochs. 2 epochs. Beat Act 3 with the Ironclad. What do we get? Oh, we got heals for 20% of your mechs. That's actually kind of a nice one. All cards containing strike gain replay 1 this combat. I wish that was permanent. Exhaust any number of cards in your hand. That would be great against that boss when you get those fucking wither cards. Yeah. But how do you save it for that, right? When you only have 3 total pot slots. Accumulating score. We got Beetlejuice. We got the gift, which gives us 1 strength. Okay, big deal. And Droplet of Precognition, which puts a card in our in the drop pile into our hand, which is okay, not great. Anyway, guys, that was a fun run. We beat the final boss. We put together a pretty solid deck, a deck that we were able to rely on. We did come across a couple of instances there where we didn't have a block, even though we had 5 fucking block cards. We didn't have a block. Actually 6, right? Because we had the one that does vulnerability too. Threaten or no, taunt. We had a taunt and we had 5 shrug it off. And we still got into a situation where we had a couple of fights where we didn't have a block in our hand. So RNG, you know, that's what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe. See you soon. Who do we do next? Should we do an Ascension?